Welcome back to KSAC's Online Learning Hub. Today we are talking about healthy relationships. When we're talking about healthy relationships, sometimes it's important to understand what unhealthy or toxic traits of a relationship can look like. It's important to recognize red flags in a relationship because it keeps us protected and safe from those who can harm us. Some of the red flags in relationship can look like the list we have on the screen. This list is not exhaustive and there are many red flags that we don't have on the list, but this is a beginning part of recognizing what red flags can actually look like and sound like to folks. So when we talk about big age difference or meeting on online platforms, we always ask people to be a little bit more aware of who they're talking to when they haven't seen somebody in real life. Age difference can be a big factor because there are so many power imbalances related to age differences between two partners. So for instance, our Canadian law states that 16 years or older can give consent to any sexual activity in Canada. However, if a 16-year-old is dating somebody who is 19 or 20-year-old, there might be a lot of power imbalance there. Power imbalance in terms of what the person who is 19 years of age can do. A 16-year-old cannot drive, while a 19-year-old can. They might be able to live on their own, have more pocket money, have their own living space. These are some of the power tools that they can use to manipulate the minor in the relationship or the 16-year-old in the relationship. They can use words like, I am providing you a lot of facilities, driving you around, taking you out for dinners. Can't you do this for me? Or please do this for me because I am the sole provider in this relationship and I've been taking care of you for so long. And meeting people online is one of the factors that kind of stands out because we say that sometimes meeting people online is really a good way to connect with somebody, and not all relationships will look the same. Some people meet online and they have great relationships. But it's important to not share your private information right away, especially if you haven't met someone in person after talking to them online. So please stay away from sharing a lot of personal information like where you live, which school or university you go to, where you work, and how many people are in your family, and etc. Pushing our boundaries, ignoring our boundaries is a big one. Sometimes people don't understand that in consensual relationships, you are allowed to say no sometimes or often whenever you want. That you are able to reverse your consent that you said yes to before, you can say no again or whenever. And if somebody does not understand why you're saying no or respecting your boundaries, probably they need an open communication, or you can stop hanging out with them because they don't have your best interest at heart. Having those boundaries are really important to build healthy relationship. Blaming us for everything or showing really big emotions right away, right? Saying, oh, I love you so much. You are my soulmate and I will do everything for you. And then using really big love emotions to keep a person in the relationship and just manipulating the relationship that way. Or even blaming them for everything. You did not allow me to go here or there. That's why I'm in a crappy mood. That's why I don't have a good mood right now. You are not allowing me to watch my show and things like that. Because of you, I missed my show. Because of you, I could not hang around with my friends. Because of you, I have to choose this when I want to choose that. Right? And blaming for lack of communication, even when you're trying to communicate with them and they say no, and then blame you for bringing up that topic over and over again. Inquiring about vulnerabilities to create distance from friends and family. So, who are you close to in your family? Who are you not close to? And using your closeness with your folks to create distance. Sometimes people will do that to isolate you from your loved ones so they can become the only one person in the world that you are relying on. Isolation can become a very powerful manipulative tool. Wanting to keep communication secret, asking to keep secrets from others, such as friends, family, saying things like, oh, we are in a great relationship, but don't tell anybody about it, right? Don't even tell your best friends or your mother. I want things to be private. There's a difference between keeping things private and not allowing anybody to know about the relationship. Asking someone to keep the relationship a complete secret might have a hidden agenda, right? You should be able to tell about your relationship to at least your best friend, if not publicly posted online, right? You should be able to talk it to with your mother or somebody that you trust. Asking for in-person meeting to be physically distanced from others. So for example, asking to meet at an isolated place, a place in the woods, a place where nobody comes, right? So these are red flag. Anger or guilt tripping, showing anger right away if something happens or if you want to communicate something, your partner becomes really defensive and they become angry. Why are you bringing this topic over and over again? And things like that. Instead of having open communication. The important thing to understand in a good, healthy relationship is that you are able to communicate whatever is bothering you over and over, and that person is able to provide you support until you feel that I have the answer that I'm looking for and I am satisfied in this relationship with this answer and this form of communication. So, what qualities should we look in a healthy and safe relationship? If the red flags are the ones that you're seeing in a relationship, it's probably the best time to make your own healthy relationship list. So we have a list right here, right? In a relationship which is healthy and has open communication, you can feel a lot safer, you feel respected, you feel accepted for who you are. Being yourself is a big one. You do not have to change your ideas. You do not have to change yourself, the way you dress, the way you act, the way you speak, talk, or walk, right? For someone who says, oh, this is not good in you, or criticizes you at every step of the time. Yes, they are allowed to tell you, your partner is allowed to tell you that, okay, this probably is not the best way to address this problem, and let's find out a solution. But if they criticize you based on how you are talking, how you are acting, what things you like in a relationship, what things you don't like, and they're trying to make their habits your habits, then probably it's best to communicate it with them that you do not like it. You're allowed to be 100% yourself. If you like dorky movies, horror movies, if you like to go to Comic Cons and other fairs, shows, or theater plays, you're allowed to do so. Having trustworthy partners is very important because trust is the main thing that binds two together, right? So even if somebody is going out with a friend who is a friend of a long time and your partner is probably new to you and you're in your life, then they should be okay with your friends. They should trust you wherever you go, right? Good communication is a big important one. Whenever problems arise, you should be able to talk it out. Authenticity, yes, this is my authentic self. You should be able to display that, and your partner should also. There are no hidden agendas in a healthy relationship. Nobody wants to exploit each other. Nobody wants to take advantage of each other, but they want to feel safe and respected with each other. Being equal partners in a relationship is important. This does not mean that you have to have everything 50-50, but it could mean that you are sharing responsibilities equally. Have support. Be supportive to each other. Be honest with each other. If something is bothering you, be honest, and you should be able to say it out loud that, okay, I have to be honest here. I do not like this, but let's find a solution to this. Be patient. Everybody have different energies, everybody have different temperaments, and they're not able to probably grasp every bit of piece of information like you do. So be patient with each other, have respect, feel safe with each other, right? Even in intimate relationships, in friendships, you should have that feeling of safety, that I feel safe with this person, right? That they're not harming me emotionally or physically or verbally or anything. Caring and being considerate is really important, and accepting each other is also very, very important. And this list is not exhaustive. It doesn't speak to every individual, but if you do want, you can create your own list that you want to see in your friends, the qualities that you kind of aspire to in your partner or your friends or anybody you hang out with. We want everybody to be safe and happy in a relationship. If you do feel that you're not happy after a conversation you had with someone, or if you don't feel safe when you are with someone, they probably are not the best person to hang around with. Thank you for joining us today, and we always pop up You're Not Alone slide. Even if you have any questions or if you are struggling with something and you are not in crisis, but you do need some kind of support, please reach out to our 24/7 crisis support or support line number. Thank you. See you again in the next presentation.